Hey guys! You know I had to come back to recap Big Brother 28, and I promise, I'm not gonna bail mid-season like I did last year. I don't know if I suck at intros or just hate doing them, so let's dive right in, shall we? To start off, the theme of this season is Time Trip to honor Big Brother reaching its 1000th episode. Is it just me, or has every season in the past few years been some sort of anniversary season? The episode started with a title card that read, "In loving memory of Mickey Lee," which, if you didn't know, she was a house guest on season 27 who unfortunately passed away last Christmas from cardiac arrest. Julie did her quick walkthrough of the house and announced the theme for those who haven't been frantically checking every corner of the internet for updates this past month. Then we were introduced to the new house guests, and tell me why half of the new house guests are already verified on Instagram and a handful of them are already known for being on other shows. This is literally just the unofficial Z-list celebrity Big Brother. Anyways, let's begin the rundown slash unhelpful guide to the new house guests. We have Ashley, a bartender from Chicago who is very loud and outgoing. Latrice. She runs a boutique, she's a fashionista, she loves working out, and even competed in some bodybuilding competitions. And she claims to be 57 even though she looks 2 decades younger. Lyric. She's from Hawaii, she can sing, and her dad had like one hit song 40 years ago. Check out her TikTok. She makes it her whole personality.
Who are you?
Melody. Let me just pause for a second to highlight that we have Lyric and Melody in the same season. Back to Melody. She's a game show host, and I don't know if anyone else sees this, but her facial structure reminds me of Melinda Clark. If you don't know who that is, she was Julie Cooper on the OC. Honestly, I could make a whole PowerPoint presentation talking about Big Brother house guests of past and present and their celebrity lookalikes. Would anyone want to see that? Anyways, next we have Haley. She's athletic and a horse girl. Taylor. She's an elementary school counselor. That's all that stuck out to me, but she seems cool. She's in my top 3 so far. Mallory. She's a rocket scientist, but she got muscles though. Kamu. An MMA fighter, also known as the Jawaiian. Didn't we have an MMA fighter on Celebrity Big Brother? Anyways, he revealed he also has an artsy side. Drew. He's a dental assistant. He reminds me of a Disney Channel actor, and I have a feeling he's gonna annoy me at first, but he'll grow on me depending on how much we see of him. Jason. He's a drag queen. Anyone who watches RuPaul's Drag Race may know him from there. Next we have Rome. God, that name is awful. He plays professional pickleball. Once again, that's all that stuck out about him. Barrett. He's a Jumbotron engineer. Looks like a performative male, but he already seems way more tolerable than his performative predecessor, Vinny the Lip. All this guy needs is a matcha, a labubu, and some feminist literature, and he's complete. His favorite past house guests are Brittany Haynes and Angela Murray, which immediately made me like him 10 times more. I was rather slanderous towards Angela during her season, if you go back and watch my season 26 recaps, but I've grown to like her because she brought entertainment to the season. The entire time she was in the house, I was tuning into every episode wondering what she would pull this time. Hated her then, love her now. Either way, I always kept coming back for more. Chuck. He's a yeehaw cowboy from Texas, but once again, he already seems way more likable than the creepy yeehaw Benson Boone lookalike from last season, Riley. Lastly, we have Yash, who was a last-minute casting choice, but even if you didn't know that from insiders, it's quite obvious. Everything about this guy screams Love Island reject. He said himself he's looking for a showmance. The house guests enter the house. Jason is already searching for Easter eggs.
I feel like there's clues and things. I don't know.
The house guests are all meeting each other for the first time before Drew realizes that there's only 14 of them.
I'm paranoia maxing right now. This is
Yes, he actually said paranoia maxing, which not only gave me secondhand embarrassment, but also a reminder that every year there have been more and more Gen Z house guests, and with me being on the younger side of Gen Z, these house guests are getting closer and closer to my age. In simple terms, I am getting old. Okay, maybe that's a stretch. I'm not that old. Yet. So, Julie breaks the news that none of the 14 house guests will be the first HOH, and instead, the first HOH has not yet entered the house. Suddenly, Enzo from seasons 12 and 22 appears on screen, and I'll be honest, I was not paying attention to a word this guy was saying. I was way too busy calling him live-action Baldi's Basics, as well as making other bald jokes.
Oh my gosh! She's bald! She's bald and she's torturing people who have hair!
Of course, since I was barely paying attention to Enzo's bald-headed self yammering about, I got all this information from fan blogs recapping the episode. 3 groups of 4 people would compete for safety in 3 different safety competitions. Revealed the dining table is actually a time machine, and to activate it, the house guests would need to find 12 vials of BB-tonium with equations on them hidden around the house. Everyone found one except for Ashley and Barrett, so they didn't compete in the safety comps. The first safety comp sent Camus, Latrice, Mallory, and Rome to July 9th, 1988, and the competition host was meant to be a younger version of Angela Murray. Rome won the safety comp, celebrated by saying, "That's how we roam," and therefore summoned Angela in the house. Barrett was fangirling over Angela. Latrice, on the other hand, was already coming for her. The second comp sent Chuck, Drew, Haley, and Taylor to July 7th, 2018, which was the last day of filming for Survivor 38. This Survivor crossover thing would be cool if, half the house guests weren't Z-list celebrities. Listen, I understand we had Z-listers on past seasons. We had Frankie Grande on season 16. We had Sari and Jared on season 25. But those are just 1 or 2 house guests, not half the entire house. Anyways, that's the last time I'll complain about this season's casting choices. Chuck won safety, and Survivor 38 player Rick Devens was brought into the house. The last comp sent Jason, Lyric, Melody, and Yash to June 27th, 2010. Jason won safety, and Rachel entered the Big Brother house for the 4th time in total. Now, I had seen spoilers as to who the 3rd mystery house guest was, so I immediately knew something wasn't adding up. All of the house guests and Rachel sit down at the dining table and get sent back to 175 million BC. I knew it, they're bringing a dinosaur into the house. I'm just joking. They tried to set up this whole thing as if it was a showdown between Angela, Devens, and Rachel for the first HOH, but a dinosaur appears. Okay, maybe they are bringing a dinosaur into the house. Okay, that was another joke. The dinosaur is coming towards Rachel and proceeds to throw her into the volcano. Sometimes I wonder why I watch this show. Anyways, Rachel is not the 3rd mystery house guest. Julie tells us that this new house guest will be revealed on BB Unlocked, but let's be real, nobody really cares about BB Unlocked. I googled it, and the 3rd mystery house guest is Survivor alum D, and the episode ends right there on a cliffhanger. Love one another. Hope you guys enjoyed this recap, and once again, I can't tell if I suck at outros or just hate doing them, so I'll end it here. Bye guys!